Hello, beautiful soul. I wanted to talk to you about something that requires a lot of care, a lot of compassion, but a lot of truth. If you've ever experienced abuse in your life, especially at a young age, there are patterns that can form not because something is wrong with you, but because your mind and your body were trying to survive and kind of understand what's going on. Okay. I want to say it clearly from the beginning. Nothing that happened to you was your fault. This is a conversation and it's not about blame. It's simply a conversation that I want to have so we can bring some more awareness, so you can protect yourself, so you can continue to heal, and so maybe you can pass it on to another woman. When someone experiences abuse, one of the ways the body copes is through something called dissociation. It's when you begin to disconnect from your body, from your emotions, basically what's happening in the present moment. Okay. While it may have protected you during that time, it makes it harder to recognize when something doesn't feel safe later, because the safety, your protection mechanism clicks on without even permission in order to protect you from a current situation. So you won't even know. You'll just dissociate, right? And people have lost lifetimes. You learn to leave your body. You miss signals that your body's trying to give you. And you almost don't trust your body in a lot of ways, right? Because your body being present is not going to help you get through the difficult times. There are people in this world who look for that. There are people in this world who look for you, who dissociate. They can spot it. And it's not because of who you are at your core. You have been a beautiful, divine soul from the time you were born. Okay. And I pass that to you because it's necessary, because it was not passed to me and I had to learn it. As one would say, I had to get it from the gutter. Okay. It's not the core of who you are, but because you were vulnerable, that vulnerability is very visible to those who desire to exploit it. Okay. This is where the grooming comes in. Grooming does not always look aggressive. In fact, 9 times out of 10, it does not start off that way. It almost always does not look dangerous in the beginning. It's most often enticing. The person is looking to fill the need that you've displayed you have. Okay. Sometimes it looks like attention. Sometimes it may feel like someone really sees you, like someone offering protection or guidance, or even what feels like love at times. Okay. And this could come from, if you're a woman, it could come from a man or another woman, right? A woman could be leading you into who has also groomed her. Underneath that behavior that they're displaying, there's usually manipulation, control, and very devious intentions. Okay. If you've been conditioned to accept certain behaviors, which often happens when we're dealing with childhood trauma or abuse, AE, molestation, or if chaos or inconsistencies in your family growing up as a child once felt normal, like that was your normal environment. When you go back into these environments, they can feel super familiar. Even when they're not safe, they just feel familiar. It's like one would say, the devil you know. Okay. It's not a weakness, my dear, my dear, my dear. I just want to emphasize that that is not a weakness. You're not weak because of this. It is conditioning. You were conditioned in this manner. Okay. And that is a survival adaptation. So you've now learned a survival adaptation, because if you hadn't, you wouldn't have made it this far. Okay. Here's the truth I want you to hold on to. Healing changes what you recognize. Okay? Healing changes what you tolerate. Healing brings you back into your body back into your voice, back into your knowing. Okay? So you can feel when something is off. So you feel comfortable pausing, questioning, and ultimately being able to choose different. And that may happen in different segments of time. You may learn to just pause in the beginning, and it may feel uncomfortable. And then maybe you continue on, unfortunately, with the situation. Then you start to learn to question. I need to ask more questions. Does that sound real? Does this sound like this is healthy for me? Does this person sound like they really actually care about me? Do these promises really sound like they're happening? And then you can reflect, right? And choose differently. And I'm telling you, it is the scariest shit you've ever experienced, okay? Because you didn't learn this growing up. It is not innate to you. So it feels like your nervous system and your brain is saying, hey, this is new information. I need to stay safe. Please don't do this new shit. Literally, you're fighting yourself, okay? I also want to say this gently because there's no shame in your story. There is no shame in your story, beloved. Not in what you've been through, not in what you didn't see at the time, not in what you were unprotected from, and not in what you coped with, okay? You were doing what you needed to do to survive. But now you deserve to feel safe, okay? You deserve to feel connected to yourself. Okay. You deserve relationships that don't require you to abandon who you are and become something else. This is why healing matters. And I know firsthand. Okay. And I just want you all to know it's not because you're broken. Okay. Healing matters because you're worthy of protection, clarity, and peace. You're worthy of having that lens. You're worthy of protecting yourself. Okay. You're worthy of having peace of mind. I am telling you, on the other side of things, I am content. I am happy. I am fulfilled, even just in myself in this moment, in a home where I'm not saying that I don't in the future desire a relationship, but I'm content with the relationship with myself. Okay. The more you come back home to yourself, the less accessible you become to anything that is not aligned with your safety and your truth. Unapologetically, okay? And again, I want to say gently, you are not what happened to you, okay? You are allowed to grow through this, to heal, to rise, and to choose differently. And that is every bit of what I'm talking about on this channel. I'm sorry, you guys. This is very emotional. I just wanted to say, if this resonated with you, just take your time and sit with it. Play it slow. I do that oftentimes on videos. I just play it slow motion and I really absorb the information because I've just been hearing and talking to so many women, and there's so many beautiful souls that are just broken and have gone through so much, and my heart breaks. So it's not a show. I really genuinely do this shit. I feel extremely empathetic. And if you had not been there and you had not gone through it, you wouldn't understand. Okay. Again, you were doing what you needed to survive at the time. And if you're on this healing journey, I just want you to know you are not in this alone. Okay. I literally paused my day and came on here because I said, this needs to be said. This needs to be said out loud. All right. We are fighting a system. We are fighting corruption. We are fighting the Diddy's, the Epsteins, and many, many more that are even unnamed. This is not a new thing, but it begins with you. It begins with you healing, because when you heal, guess what you get to do? You can help someone else heal. Okay. So beautiful soul, I thank you for joining in and listening. It was just a snippet of information. And I'll continue creating more content so we can work on this, so you can listen to it and hear it with ease. Because again, there's so much shame surrounding these things, right? And the monster that you often, people become because of what they've experienced, right? Women tend to stuff it and we hold it in ourselves. Okay. And men will hold it in their cells, but they most often become violent. They become murderers. It's just so much worse. I love you. I'm always going to tell you, love the one you're with. Okay. You look her or him in the mirror today and you remind that beautiful soul, you are worth life. You are worth the next breath. And it will not look like this always because you have the power to choose differently. Each moment, even if you're still in the abusive scenario, each moment, you have the moment to choose differently. Empower yourself. No, it's not a glorious road. It is a lonely road. And at times the tunnels get dark, which is why I say have some therapy. Okay. Have somebody you can talk to. Join groups that feel safe. Oftentimes we like to think churches are groups that feel safe, and most times they are. Okay. But you are worth the growth, the change. Most of all, you are not alone. All right. I love you, beautiful soul. Be well.